Hello, lurkers and VOD viewers, and anyone else. VOD viewer moment. Give it like a minute to make sure it's all working, etc. Yeah, I guess. Well, once again, I can't say welcome back to Twilight Domain. This time it's once again welcome back to the dark place. I'm going to be continuing to try and escape this place. Yeah, continuing Zika's new game because I just want to see if there is actually, because I can already tell by the way that from when I first played this a few days ago, I can already tell there are multiple endings, most of which are death. Let's see if we can at least get an ending where we remain alive this time. If not, the ending, if there is an ending for escaping the dark place, who knows? It might not be. Zika's might just be pulling the wool over our heads. No, wait, hang on, that's Call to the Lamb. But yeah, I should also get up my notes for the rules of the dark place. Because when words last time we also learned that the dark place does have 6 rules we have to follow to try and stay alive. I have done my best to ignore all the suspicious holes. That's rule 4. I'm not sure if the undergoing is a bad place to be in or not, but I'm going to avoid it nonetheless. Read the rule 1 about 3 red blots mark liars. I've yet to see any red blots, so I wonder when that will come into play. But regardless, I guess let's turn off the Night in the Woods music and then let's continue, I suppose. This time now, I do actually have a map to help keep track of where I am. So I'm going to try my best not to look at the map and still go off memory like I did last time. But if I need to, if I get disoriented or whatnot, I can look at the map. But regardless, turn off the Nice and Woods music and let's get into this, I suppose. 3 red blots. Yeah. I pick myself up. Canopy of leaves far above my head shroud the cloudy sky, though it's dim down at the forest floor. I've never been here before. Well, I have, but it's effectively a time loop. Nailed to a tree, there's a small note, which we've already read because that's how I found out the 6 rules. I hear a distant train whistle. All I have... Oh yeah, I forgot he fixed the bugs, now you can see the pockets. And also added a map. Usually you scroll up to zoom in. Why does it scroll down? Whatever. It's also a shame that Zika doesn't at least mark where you start on this map. But regardless, yeah. So, okay. So if I'm rightly, last time I went east we ended by going east and finding a tower. This time, we should go... How far west can we get? Or... Actually... If I remember rightly, we did find a stream of water. We followed it downstream. What happens if we follow it upstream? If I remember rightly, the water stream was west. Forest. More thorns. There's a thorny red bushes here. Ouch. Forest, forest, forest. I forgot to put my phone on vibrate. That's fine. The north and west, I see a pleasant stream. Small stream. The stream flows to the west, down from the north. Well, this time I'm going to follow it north. Flows down from the north, okay. Down from the east. To the north is a bleeding tree. Well, this time I want to ignore the tree. This stream flows westward, down from the north. To the west, I see blood flowing into the water. Ew. Down from the east. The west is a weeping tree. North, east, east. Down from the north. To the north is a small waterfall. To the east is a set of old wooden stairs leading up the hillside. Okay, this is new. So we found a waterfall and a set of stairs. Let's check the waterfall first. To the east is a waterfall. It splashes down on the rocks here and flows down to the south. To the west is a steep, rocky slope. To the north is a sheer cliffside. Well, I'm going to go up those stairs. I walk east up the wooden stairs. Down to the west is a pleasant stream. To the north is a pond. Did we find a... No, we found a lake before, not the pond. There is a small pond here. This... Huh. To the west is a small waterfall. I should actually... Hang on. How loud is this? Actually, I will put the cap on. Okay. Go. To the west is a small waterfall. To the north is a cliffside. And to the east is a wall of large rocks. I guess we can't go any further that way. I walk west down the stairs. The stream flows west and... Oh, hang on. I'm following the stream. I don't want to do this. No, I want to find the waterfall. discombobulated. I want to go to this. I skid west down the slope. To the south, I see a pleasant stream. Okay. I'll maybe just keep going west from here. There is a lot of... Oh, hang on. This is new. A garden. A white picket fence surrounds the wide garden, but instead of flowers, there are numerous hands sticking up out the raked soil. What? Zekas? What? What do you mean hands in the soil? Do I want it? I feel like this is death. I see how far west we can go. I hear something round one of the trees. It sounds like chewing. I look around the tree. It's a large bear on all fours, turned away from me, ripping something apart. Well, I don't want to disturb the bear. So I'm going to go away from the bear. Dirt path leads north and south. To the west, I see a train track. Okay. To the north and south. I don't think we've seen this. We saw another train track that led to Dinsload and the Millington Grove mansion. But that was more southeast. We've gone fully west, which means we're nowhere near that other train track, which means this is a new track. So I'm going to follow it north. Track, a still dark shadow stretches over the track from the east to the west. What could be casting that shadow, I wonder? From the east to the west. How do you know which direction it's been casted from? We investigate the shadow. I want to follow the tracks because I feel like I want to escape this place. No, I'm going to investigate the shadow from the east. It says a still dark shadow stretches from the east to the west. To the west, I see a train track. There's a small pond here filled with lily pads. Okay, that's actually kind of quaint. A still dark dirt path leads north and south. This is a big shadow. Found a pond again. There's a lighthouse. In a small clearing in trees is a lighthouse, painted in bright white and red. Right next to it is an old oak tree with 3 red apples. Wait. Do the apples count as red blotches? If so, suspicion. Big suspicion. Also, it counts as food, which is rule 2 as well. Right next to is an old oak. I'm going to explore the lighthouse. As I approach the lighthouse, I hear some rustling sound. I freeze. I think that tree is closer to me now than it was before. Yeah, 3 red dots. Also combined with food, I broke rules 1 and 2. I'm dead. Forest. Chasm, okay. The north is a great chasm stretching far to the west and east. Across the chasm, I see a red brick building. Red brick building, hey? Nothing in the rules about. Wait, hang on. The north is a rickety wooden stairway leading down into a deep chasm. Further north, across the chasm, I see a red brick building. I'll be able to find the train tracks again. It'll be fine. Let's explore the chasm. I cautiously step onto the wooden planks, which are leaning on frail supports nailed into the dirt and stone of the chasm wall. There are no guardrails. I take steps down the stairs. Really? The chasm below me is so deep that I can barely see the bottom. The bottom of the chasm is dark, paved with fallen branches. A few steps down, there begins a series of red marks on wooden planks, each in a different position. I test my weight on it. The plank creaks loudly. Well, I avoided the red marks. The fact you get an option here. The wood plank gives under my weight and snaps. The bottom of the chasm is rising up to meet me. Uh... Oh, I'm dead. That's death 4 now, I guess. So let's go back to the train track and this time ignore the... Yes, I'm aware. This time just go full west, back to that train track, and see where the train track leads. Well, actually, I actually didn't go full west. I did go up a little bit because of this stream. I have to retrace my steps exactly. So east, east, east. Ignore the tree. Down from the north. East. North. East. More east. North is a small waterfall. West is rocky slope. And then here I just bolt straight west. Forest goes on forever. And I went north a little bit just to get around the garden that I do not want to enter. train track and then go north. Ignore the shadow and just keep going north. Up north is a shaded platform and some strangers standing by. To the northwest is a shaded platform. Okay. There are people standing around on old cement, staring down at the train tracks. The man closest to me is wearing a big green coat and scarf. His expression is blank. Hello. The man turns towards me slowly. It's been a long while since someone's... Do people not say hello? I don't know. Maybe that this train platform looks a little run down, so people don't get good feelings about it. What are you doing? Waiting for the train. When's it coming? I don't know. I've been waiting here. But it's coming. I'm sure. Where are you going? Back to... I have a little brother now. Isn't that amazing? Haven't seen them in years. What's your name? That's enough. I get to ask you a question. Okay. Have you gone near Dimlow's? No. I don't know if it's better to tell you where it is or... More and more people are stumbling into Dimlow's these days. Best not tell me. That's the secret. You'll be fine. He hesitates, as if he's about to say something more. Then he sidles close to a whisper. I heard him coughing, stepping around, but they're not real. Look at the people. In my peripheral vision, the various strangers are standing about the train platform, are moving, just shuffling about, standing anxiously. When I look at one directly, it's just a cardboard cutout, completely still and silent. What's happening? He whispers. I don't know why, but it's been happening ever since I stood here. I'm afraid of what would happen if I did. They'll turn on me. Just wait for the train. I just wait for the train. I ignore them and they'll ignore me. Right? Everything will be okay. I decide to get away from the train station platform as quickly as possible. Well, I guess we're not going to wait for the train on that platform. That's a creepy platform. It's quiet here. That's interesting detail to call out. What do you mean it's quiet here? I heard the train whistle. There are warning signs nailed to the trees telling me to turn back. To the north, the train track leads into a darker forest. There's a giant dark cloud hanging over it. Okay, well I was going north and there are warning signs saying to go back. Do I enter the darker forest? I'm not sure if I should be entering the darker forest. I get the feeling I want to avoid said dark forest. So, hang on. But the train is the only escape. Rule 6, the train is the only escape. So you'd have to assume it'd be somewhere on this train track. And there's no red blocks saying they're liars, which means true? So I go south to go the other way. Where I'm going. Dim lows. Just quickly get out of dim lows. So I guess that answers you found dim lows, the one place I don't want to be. Let's go past the platform, the creepy platform. Okay, now I've gone south. A young woman in tattered grey suit is crouched beside the track, looking carefully both ways, her head on a swivel. She doesn't seem to notice me. Before I can speak, she noticed me with a start and seems suddenly dizzied. I can see her eyes moving back and forth as if the world was spinning. Hello? Hello is the same as goodbye when you're just passing by. You okay? Not like it matters. What are you asking? Gonna call an ambulance? What are you waiting for? Got a train. Why are you wearing a suit? Because I want to be ready. Do you ever get the feeling that something is barreling towards you at the speed of a bullet, but you just can't see it yet? I feel like I'm about to hear another death, another ending. No, it's a whisper before it's a roar. Listen. I don't hear it. Maybe the way out of here. Place we can really say it. Hello. She goes back to looking up and down train tracks in anticipation, humming something to herself. To the southeast is the corner of a cement building. A cement wall blocks my path to the east. A 10-foot tall grey cement wall blocks my path to the east. There's writing etched on the wall here. Old freak left his cement tower. Always locks the door behind him but can't keep us out forever. Left his key by the south side of tower. Oh, this is tower I've already found and investigated to the east of where we start. Okay. Do I want to investigate this grey building? Do I? I feel like I should exhaust all my options first regarding the train tracks. I already found Dinslow, which was on the northwest side of the map, I guess, not northeast like I thought it was. Let's just continue exploring this train track. There's a man walking down the track. He's skinny, wearing a brown striped suit and round glasses. He's passing by me, holding a small wrinkled scrap of paper with a grid drawn on it. Hello. Why, hello! He stops, looks up at me, and adjusts his glasses. Seen anything interesting? Well, I just landed here, and what a fine place it is. I came from the northwest, found an old library which is quite my style. Got done some reading and wandered down here. I ought to be finding a way back home, but I do quite like it here so far. What you read? Well, my favourite text was about, get this, magical spirits. Did you believe it? What's odd is I've been walking through the rainforest northwest, and in the book, what do you know, a page about rainforest spirits and summoning scrolls. Are you holding a map? He looks down at the wrinkled paper in his hands. Why, yes. I now notice he's carrying a tiny dog plushie under his arm beneath his coat. Why would you want to steal the plushie? Where are you going? Well, I was going to see what's to the south of here, but I'm aching for a place to rest my legs. By any chance, have you seen a quaint seat anywhere? No. Oh, that's fine. I'll manage. He walks. He looks back down his map and keeps walking south along the track. I guess I will both walk in the same way. I already know about the lake. And south along the wide blue lake to the east. Okay. Across the lake here, I see an old run-down mansion at the top of the hill. Okay, I think I know roughly where we are now, as that lake was near the mansion at Millington Grove. The north, okay. Now, to the east, a steep hill leads up to a cracked concrete curb. Along that is the looming wall of a modern building. Wait, is this that one with the floors that I can't get to? And one of the floors I tried to leave and it wouldn't let me? Okay. Uh, South alongside a grassy hilly field to the east, across from which I see a pale bold cypresses protruding from a swampy marsh. Okay. That marsh is pretty sizable, it seems. That is a pretty big marsh. Okay, there we go. The track turns here, leading north and east around the field. Oh, is this where I'll end up bumping into Millington Grove? North and east. Well, north is where we came from, so I want to go east. Alongside a grassy hilly plain to the north. Okay. Will we end up bumping into Millington Grove again? Like bony fingers? That's different description. To the south, the ground gets rockier. Okay. So we're starting to head towards where we used to be. If anything, I want to try and find the other end of the train track. There's an old man who said about Doomslow, but I thought Doomslow was following the track further northeast. actually turns out to be northwest. The ground gets rockier a lot here. I think I know where this track is going to lead me now, but I don't need to follow it anymore. I'm going to investigate the rocky... No. I'm going to investigate the swamp. I am going to ignore the bubbles. To the south, the trees of the swamp come to an end where I see a train track, and bubbles in the water far to the north. Northwest and northeast. Bubbles to the east. Southwest and north. I'm going to try and avoid all the bubbles. Northwest and northeast. If we head north, I should be fine. Surrounded by bubbles in the water. Black eels swarm me from the water, wrapping around my whole body and dragging me under the surface. Whoopsie! I guess I found death number 6. Okay, let's try again. Take 6? Question mark. Take 7? Okay, let's have a head full east. Let's head full east and go past the tower. Elsewhere. East to see cornfield. There's a big oak tree. Its gnarled roots twist through the grass like giant snakes. Can't see far ahead of myself. To the east is an arched tunnel entrance through a big cobblestone wall. On the other side of the tunnel, I see buildings. Well, I'm not going to go through that again because that was cannibalism land. So instead, I'm going to go up north and go around this place. Vines have grown through the cracks of the wall here. Okay. I hear a train whistle in the distance getting louder. That's a good sign. There's a putrid smell in the air like beef. To the north and east, trees have red slashes on their bark. Okay, that's not worrying at all. I want to go north and east towards that though. That's worrying to say the least. So, but I don't want to go back to where I came from. Oh. Again! With the landmines. That's number 7. No, that's number 6. Yeah, it's number 7. No, 4. This is attempt 7. Ah! Okay, I just want to get to that silly train whistle, which was south, I believe. Pine cones, the south. Crow flies from the east. I'm going to go east. Jump. To the east, I see a small wood. Okay, this is new. To the east, I see a small wooden chair. To the north, I see something dark on the grass. But I don't want to step on that in case it's another landmine. So let's go to the chair. There's a small wooden chair in the clearing on the trees. What happens if I sit on it? That's nice. I'm rested and ready to get up. But without me noticing, thick vines have grown up over my arms and legs, and now they tighten. I can't get off the chair. Well, I had a feeling this was a trap, but I still did it anyways. I break out from the vines, wood splintering off the chair as I stumble away. I'm a little shaken. Sit back down. Nope. Let's go past the chair. So the bird tricks you into going to the chair. Got it. Or crow, I should say. I hear chirping in a tree up above. More. A lawnmower? Huh. Oop. Okay. The ground is a bed of cut tall grass. I hear a lawnmower. I have a cat on my lap. Wait. Lawnmower, get louder. Quieter. I hear a lawnmower. Okay. I probably don't want to go near the lawnmower considering everything else in this game. I'm at northwest edge of a vast empty parking lot. A harsh wind blows at me from the east. Well, this is another new area we haven't discovered yet. There's a giant red dot painted on black asphalt. I feel like this is a trap. Another trap, I should say. I'm just gonna get off of the parking lot just in case. A dirt path south, it peters out here. An old road runs north and south. To the east is a faceless brick building. Far to the south, I see a small neighborhood. Would that be Millington Grove? There are several 2-foot poles, 2-foot holes dug in the dirt here. Oh, is this a reference to the movie Hole? To the north, I see the back of a house in a picket fence. I hear music inside. Would this be the party the werewolf mentioned on that poster? The grass of the lawn is tall, tangled over the path leading to the front door. An overgrown hedge guards the front window, and Halloween decorations strung everywhere. It's a chaotic scene. Oh, that's kind of fitting. Above a chocolate red door, there is a plank nailed to the wall with letters painted in rainbow. The party at the end of meaning. It is impossible to hear anything through the music. It's shaking the walls. I knock on the door as loudly as I can. No one answers. Is this going to be another death? As I reach for the doorknob, a plank snaps off the wall and lands on the doormat. It's locked. I peek in between the overgrown hedge and the front window. It's a living room with a low ceiling and dirty carpet. I see a doorway to the kitchen behind the sofa. From what I can see, the countertops are filled with food and there are falling cups and spills all over the tile floor. Ugh. A big chocolate cake has ravenous scoops taken out of it, as if it was eaten by a dog. To the right of that, there's an enormous toppled stack of pizza boxes with globs of cake and pizza all over the room. I dare not imagine what's on the ceiling. Oh, that's worrying. Oh. Yeah, I don't want to go. I don't want to be there anymore. I'm not going to read that out loud. The old road runs west. Here the road ends at a big white sign with a red text, dead end. To the south there is a single house. Oh, I know about a house. Okay. Just go along the parking lot. To the east to see train tracks. There we go, finally. Oh. Yes. Getting lost is a lot like drowning, isn't it? Every wrong turn is another right turn you have to make. Just a few, all it takes. It's possible to find a way out. Hey, that's optimistic. Optimism raises your chances by a few percent. This time, let's go past the old man and see what's at the other end of this train track. What is at the end of the track? And please don't say Dimslow, if so that'll be kind of impossible. Oh, that's worrying. I'm not going to follow that. Blood trail to the west. The train track does go on for quite a bit. I feel a hot wind blowing from the north. The north is a blazing forest. Oh, I found it! This is the forest fire I saw out the window of that building somewhere, I can't remember where. The north is a blazing forest fire. I cannot press onward. The track leads into the fire and smoke where I could barely see it make a turn to the west. Okay. So you can see it makes a turn to the west. Dagger Forest, that's what it's called. Interesting. Far to the north, a train track runs through the fire. It turns and emerges to the east. Oh, that's where we just came from. Through the flames, I see a train track running east and west. Well, east is where I came from. I see an unfinished fence within the flames running east and west. How is the fence not also burning? Unless it's not made of wood. Still running east-west. Okay, good. Still going east-west. The fence has gone. Okay, so that fence was a tiny fence. Must have been burnt away. Running east-west. That's good. There is a white cottage here which faces the fire. I spot a man sitting on a lawn chair on the porch. The man notices me. His face is rigid and his head is balding. Hey, what are you doing here? He says jovially with a smile, though his eyebrows are lowered as if stuck that way. I'm wondering, I say. Why don't you come take in the view? The man says. I step up onto the porch and under the awning, but it's as if the sun was right next to us. Why don't you rest your legs? He says. It's hot out here. Oh, why don't you step inside? There's plenty if you're thirsty, the man says. He groans as he gets out of his chair and goes to the door. Thanks, why are you here going, I say. I step off the porch and say again, I don't trust this place. Good, train track is still being followed. To the north is a blazing forest fire and a big sign facing me that reads Welcome to Dagger. The wolf thing said east of Dagger. I'm so glad we went away from that. A wide, well-kept... Oh, yeah, that was what the blood trail on the train track was leading towards. A wide, well-kept asphalt road runs straight past the sign into the fire. Branches and leaves have made a bridge for the fire to burn across it, but I can't go further. Good, still following the track. To the northeast is a blazing forest fire. Within the smoke is the corner of a train track leading northeast. Okay, so it does turn. To the north, the trees are like big mossy towers. Their roots tangle through the ground, which is blanketed with pine needles. To the east is a blazing forest fire. Through the smoke, I see a train running north and south. Okay. To the east, the towering cinders are on fire. Track is still running north-south. To the east, the towering cinders are on fire. There is a big sign here at the edge of the fire that reads Welcome to Dagger Forest. Behind it is a long row of blackened signs which the fire has claimed. Interesting. Savannah? All around here, sparse acacia trees pop up out of the rocky ground and bloom onward. But to the east, the trees are all on fire. Through the smoke, I see a train track running north and south. Standing out against the burning tree line to the east, I make out the shape of a tall, narrow house and pointy roof, all perfectly white. I don't trust that. Paper house. A deep river cuts in front of me up north, making a line between the raging fire and the deep green, colourful prairie to the west of it. The train track still runs north-south. But we can't go further north. To the north is a deep, wide river. Across it is a colourful prairie of cows grazing. Okay, long bridge, here we go. To the north is a bridge across a wide, deep river. On the other side, I see a prairie of deep green grass and colourful flowers with cows grazing. Okay. There's a prairie of deep green. On the other side, I see a dry savanna. To the north, a lush grass ends with a short wooden fence. Past it, I see the vast plain of rock. There's a train track far out there. Okay. Which was to the east, right? North is a line of pine trees. There is a wide river to the east, protecting the deep green grass of the prairie from a raging towering fire. I feel the heat even from where I stand. To the north, across the short fence, the grass ends at a vast plain of rock. Dusk. It's an endless rocky plain. To the east, there are no trees as far as the eyes can see. I see hundreds of people standing out in the distance, looking towards the horizon. Feel slow. Track runs in a straight line across the dusk, far to the east and the west. Track runs in a straight line across the dusk, far to the east and the west. All around the track, water seeps through the cracks in the rock, flowing south. Track turns here, running a straight line to the south and west. Well, south will go back to the forest fire. Into the enormous flames of burning tree line. Okay. So I'm gonna not follow it that way anymore and instead head west, sorry. It's interesting how the text slowed down here. The eerie music though, very eerie. Don't like the eeriness. This is a very long plains. Very long. Is this going to take me back to Dimslow? It better not take me back to Dimslow. But if I end up at, off the train track north, there are crowds of people moving slowly towards the horizon. That's worrying. I investigate that if I end up running into Dimslow. There's so many people though to the north. I wonder why. I am curious, but at the same time I don't want to risk a death 7. Even though there's no visuals, the fact that I'm being unnerved by the sounds alone is a testament to Zika's. Far to the west, I see a dark and pale forest of trees, mostly aligned in a perfect grid. That's Dimslow. Should we go investigate the people? Let's go investigate the people. So I think we've now found everywhere that the track leads to, but no train. We've heard the train whistle, but no train. The train is not on the track. Where is it? The horizon is so close, so bright. I can almost reach it. I keep moving on away from the dark place and closer to the horizon, further out into the endless sea of those like me. The further we drift, the slower the tide, but we won't stop until we arrive. Oh, I found the first ending. Okay. Oh, this one actually has animation to it. Would that be Death 7? I feel like it's Death 7. Interesting. Okay. Now I know that following the train tracks is too, like, kind of should have been known to be too obvious. Where is that train whistle coming from? Sounds like coming from the east. I feel like what I need to do is just follow the sound of which way the train whistle is coming from. And I don't think I should be going into Dimslow. The amount of times people said to avoid Dimslow is kind of suspicious. I'm going to go east again until I hear train whistle. That sounded ahead in front of. Oh, I forgot about that bit. I just did that death again. That's number 8. Good, I'm bringing up the map. So I cut through. I go here, find you. I go up. Oh! There are 3 landmines there. Uh, yeah, yeah, Dimslow is bad. But also, if I go too far in a direction, it looks like I get that ending 1 again. Okay, so if we go to start. Okay, what happens if I go to the undergoing? Or hang on. Or if I go back up there, go around. So the train's the only escape, but I'm not even sure if there is an actual train. If I go south 3, east to the east, I see something dark on the grass. There's a large dark hole in the ground. It's almost as if no light can pass through. Yeah, it's just sound of air going through the hole. Big hole in the ground. Let's just jump in. I'm falling. It's pitch black. I still haven't hit the ground. I crash down into piles of old wood and netting. For a moment, the wind is knocked out of me. It's a room full of broken wood, cobwebs and dust, and a light shines down from above. The only way is west. I see a pinprick of sunlight shining down from high above. I go to the wooden door to the west. I'm in the pool room. East is the door where I came from. A tan tile floor surrounds a square pool. There's an inner tube floating on the water and a smell of chlorine. There's a door on each wall. Okay. Am I in the liminal pools? I'm about to die. Okay, so if you go down there, the fact that that's how you, oh boy. So basically I just keep running. I want to see how far I can get, because I did hesitate, so that's probably what cost me. Hang on, this is new. Where will we go when stranded out to sea? Uh, the helicopter won't answer. Drifting further out on one of those is the way to go. The ocean can hold us all. Ah, that's different. One, two, three. Brace, brace, get up. West, go inside. North, go inside. Just a hardwood floor and unfinished drywall. Slightly cold. And go west. Ugh. It's an empty room with a tile floor. There's a slight sticky sheen across every inch. Then I spot it. A small stale. Oh, quick. I'm not going to have time to read. I'm going to be quick. I duck and step through a small hole into the tall grass. The light blinds me for a moment. Behind me is a sturdy brick wall with a hole pounded through it, leading to a dim, carpeted room. Huh. Oh, I'm in a maze! No! No! How did I get into a maze? Oh, trying to go through a maze and not able to actually see the maze is actually going to be very difficult to do. The rocky ground is full of cracks. A rock hangs over me from the east. I guess west? The rocky ground is full of cracks. To the east is a boulder. To the south, giant stones block my way. To the west, a giant rock juts out of the ground. To the east, a large boulder split in half. Yeah, maybe way out the forest. Out the forest. Out the maze. Factory. To the west, there is a tall, electronically powered gate with an asphalt road turning into it. Past the gate, I see some kind of enormous power plant. I see a guard stationed in a window nearby, managing the gate. Okay. I guess I'm going west. Actually, no, I'm going back east. Can I get into the factory? Huh. I want to go into the factory. Let me into the factory. Hang on. Where is this factory anyway? Ah! Hi, Dano and Raiders. I can't go west. It won't let me go west. Hi, Fizz. Hello, everybody. I'm trying to find a way out of the dark place in Zika's new game, which, as you can tell, is a text-based game. I have died 4 times today. One of which is by having my head popped like a birthday balloon, which is definitely a way to go. Yes, dying is indeed bad for me. It is very unhealthy, yes. But I managed to escape that place where I had my head popped, and now I found a factory which won't let me go into it. Oh yeah, that is how you. Oh yeah, ghost. That's how you die from Ghost Girl in Lethal. We've died so rarely to that because of the mods. I forget. Let me in. Maybe we should die to more then, as a reminder. Yeah, maybe. Anyways, Balacho is giving insane mixed feelings, but at least the first 6 difficult... Oh, that's nice. Death threatening a ghost. I never thought about it like that, but technically... Although it doesn't help when I'm planning on hunting ghosts in a couple days. Hunting my own kind. What is this? Oh, the factory is also next to a swamp. Interesting. Dating games starting to get limited. Wow. I did kind of drop date everything. Gotta die more, it keeps you humble. Yeah, yeah. I don't think I'm getting to this factory. I'm going around the entire... Oh, hang on. A big reflective pipe runs just around the muddy ground, carried by bulky supporting... I misread that as spiders, girders, stretching east and west. To the east, the pipe rises up into the air over a tall chain link fence and enters the back of the big factory building. I says, how's your days been? But both of you and anyone else who's part of your raid. Actually, okay. Should I follow this piping? I feel like I should follow the piping. A big reflective pipe nearly blends in with the forest, running just above the muddy ground, carried by big, bulky supporting girders. To the southeast is a flooded mangrove. A greenish river flows from north and turns to the west here. Well, I hope it's not the river with a bleeding tree next to it. A big reflective pipe extends from the far east and runs in parallel with the river. To the south, I see a deep flooded mangrove. While energy is less than or equal to 0, sleep. Yeah, go have a nap if you need it. Is there a computer? Wow. It'll be impressive if you can explode a computer due to character limit. That's got to be... I don't even know what is the maximum limit is for a string. Just in general, not on Twitch. A big reflective pipe. Here part of the river splits off and runs south, where I see a deep flooded mangrove south. I'm gonna keep following the pipe. South I see a deep flooded mangrove. Okay. Oh, Dev's playing Split Fiction again. That's nice. Good game. Would imagine some kind of inch limit. Well, I mean, it may be like the 64 or 32-bit limit in terms of storing the string. How big that actually look written down is probably another matter entirely. Because there's not exactly an integer, is it? When you're storing a string. It's going to take a while. If we do introduce 128-bit, well, I can't say if, when we introduce the 128-bit, it's going to take a while for it to be adopted. Because obviously you need to update all the hardware and whatnot to support it, and that slowly takes a while to push through everyone and every business. It's also why we don't have everyone supporting IPv6 yet, because nobody can be bothered to. Like, there's support for it, it's just not the default. When it should be. Selective pipe, carry just for the water. Greenish coloured river flows out from the east into a knee-deep murky water. I'm still wading through it. Not on the boardwalk! I remember being on the boardwalk here when I played this before. On Saturday, I believe. No, not the bubbles. I've died to the bubbles 3 times already. A reflective pipe continues straight from the east, carried just above the water by thick support girders. Here, the pipe bends down into the water and seems to suck water in as it gurgles from underneath. Well, I found where the pipe goes to, but why did it go this far from the factory? That's kind of interesting. It's slowed down here. I'm not liking that. I'm trudging through knee-deep murky water. There's an elm tree here that's bent sideways halfway up like a slouching man. Okay. I hear bubbles. That's not good. Ignore the bubbles. Gurgling to the west. Also not good. North. Is it to the south? Yes, I can go past it. Oh, it's sped up now. To the north, ignore. I see a sign in the dirt to the west. There's a steel sign half buried in the mud here that says stay away from log. But the second half is covered and I can't pull it up. Log what? Log land? I always tell me to stay away from a place in Hermitcraft Season 10. To the west is a rickety wood fence. Okay, so I found a wooden fence. An old wooden fence turns a corner into this swamp. Each board bends further backwards until they are no longer standing. Okay. Field! To the northeast, a wide modern building. Oh, I've been in that building, I think. I think this is a building I've been in before. DP Mart. Okay, I don't think I've been in that building. Party. My cat is trying to take a nibble. Stop that. You are not biting my fingers. Corner supermarket. Okay, I don't think I found this supermarket before. What do you mean, why not? I need my fingers to play video games and to code. And obviously to pet a cat. To the northwest is a corner of a massive modern windowless building with light shining down and a sidewalk all the way around. Far east, I see a gargled, wet, stringy trees of a swamp. Yeah. Yeah. We don't own cats. Cats own us. And besides, I've had cats for most of my life. Different cats, obviously, but this cat is kind of more most affectionate and energetic cat of the ones I've had the fortune of taking care of. In front of a big door above my head are big red letters DP Mart. The lights are on inside. Why are the lights on inside? The cement curb here leading to the front doors is broken. I step over the broken curb under the shadow and into the artificial light of the massive building. The glass doors ahead pull apart on their own with a smooth hiss. Read, brain. I'm in an entry area. The air smells like whatever chemicals used to clean and shine the white floor. Ahead, I see a line of big detectives used to snitch on thieves on their way out. That's a way of putting it. That's definitely a way of putting it. There's this big sign that says stealing is stealing. Well done for stating the obvious. Stealing is indeed stealing. Unless you're stealing from the capitalistic AAA studio who absolutely doesn't care at all. Or Disney. I guess go ahead. I walk between the detectors. There's a wall near to my right, but to the left is a wide mile long. How big is this shop, this supermarket? Walkway between the front wall of the building and a line of checkout counters. They're all empty except for a man standing at the nearest one to me. I go forward. I'm not going to go to checkout just yet. I walk past the checkout counters. The wall to my right makes a corner and leads away, leading me in an open maze of shelves of every object needed for daily life, all embalmed by those sterile white lights. To the west are the checkout counters. Hang on. North. Main aisle. Signs hang overhead. There's a big shelf with 8 bags of dog food. And why do I want dog food? There's a table with a tall pile of packaged chocolates. Ooh, chocolate. I'm gonna take a chocolate. A $1 chocolate bar. That's probably gonna taste cheap. Probably gonna taste cheap. Wait. Nope. Yeah, I have that now. An arrow points east with the text clothing and decor. An arrow points west with the text home cleaning and maintenance. North. There's a display table with cereal boxes stacked in a pyramid. A sign reads DIY and home improvement pointing east. To the west, I see a narrow food aisle with freezers full of microwavable packaging. No thanks. No, I'm just going to take a chocolate and head out. I don't think we get lost in the maze here. I already took a chocolate bar. I don't... What do you mean I don't need another one? Let me take another one. I look around for where to go, but I'm nearly overwhelmed by choices. Yeah, choice paralysis is a real pain in supermarkets. I'm not going to steal. I feel like I'll die if I steal, knowing this game. Considering I've died to a cannibal, I've died at least twice to landmines, I've died to having my head popped like a balloon by a mysterious entity that came up behind me while underground. I have died to walking into the sun. Because that's a thing somehow. I walk up to the checkout counter. There's a short shelf here, tongue twister, with lots of candies and tiny toys on the lowest shelves. A man, maybe 25, hey, stares away from me into the store with a price scanner held up close to his chest. I'm gonna take a candy as well, why not? I grab a bag of gummy bears as quietly as I can. Oh, okay. He turns to me, shakes and slaps himself in his panic. Hello and welcome to DV Mart. Would you like a bag? Would you like a receipt? Think have a nice day. Oh, dang it, I'm sorry. You'll have to pay for something first. But I mean, if you want a bag anyway, I'll give you one. Dude went full autopilot, not realizing there'll be someone here. Calm down. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to hone my skills. I took this job to learn about socializing. We don't get that many customers. There was a really weird one just a while ago. I think it's still in the store. The man checks over his shoulder. But hey, I don't judge anyone for anything as long as he pays. What did he do? Oh, he what? Seekers, why would you put that in this game? I thought you were the horror person, not the lewd person. Or maybe you're a bit of both. In which case, fair enough. Go ham. Maybe you just need to buy some clothes. That's why I don't judge anyone for anything. But I did hide from him when he came in, so I can't tell if he's friendly. Oh man, that was pretty unsocial of me, wasn't it? He shakes his head. But I don't judge anyone. I'm paid to be great customers. Maybe it's good that I didn't continue exploring the supermarket. Then I would have just walked straight into this person. What do he look like? Oh, well, I lost my glasses, so I know he's walking on his hands and legs. Ah. Interesting. Made me think it's not a person. Okay, have a nice day. Nice day. That's a Lethal Company reference. Have a nice day. Nice day. He trails off, waving like he's scrubbing a window. I leave him there and walk further into the store. Let's try leaving the building without paying for anything. No, actually no. He turns to me and shakes and he punches himself again. Hello, welcome to... Oh, hello again. You can buy something? Sorry, I mean, I don't know what to talk about. If it won't let me buy, if it won't let me purchase or do the things, I'm going to leave it. The glass door is side open and I step outside. Well, I didn't get beeped for stealing the chocolate and candy, so smiley face. I'm not going to explore the supermarket though. Train tracks! Hang on. I look on this map I have here. Where's the shop? That's the lake. Supermarket. Hang on, I missed something. One, two. The concrete cracks and dips here where the ground is sunken in. I want to go back into the doors. No. Building lock. According to the map, there should be a yellow dye and a key here. But I don't keep going around it or the map needs updating. To the south-west is a corner of a massive wooden windowless building with a sidewalk around it. To the south you see a light shining down around the other corner. West, south, north, west. I'm supposed to go to the doors again, but I don't think so. How about... Okay, let's just go back to the train track, because I followed the shadow one way. Wait. What did I do wrong here? Oh, I'm going east, not west. I hit the wrong button. It's so easy to get lost in this game. So easy, even when you have a map. Okay, where's the shadow? That's the map man, which I have spoken to already. I've already read the writing. It said about tower. Spoken to her. Shadow, here we go. It said from the east to the west. I went east before, which led me to a lighthouse with a tree that stalks me. Like the tree itself moves. So this time we go west. To the west, the forest ends suddenly. A still dark shadow stretches. It's a giant rocky plain. To the west, there are no trees as far as the eyes can see. Hundreds of people stand down in the distance, looking towards the horizon. A still dark shadow stretches from east to west. In the distance, I see a kid standing, staring west. Okay, let's go to the kid. As I see it come closer, something seems off about the kid's appearance. The kid's head is balding in some places. I begin to wonder if that's a kid at all. The kid turns to look up at me, his skin full of stitches all over his body. One of his arms is longer than the other. Oh, I found Frankenstein! Each corner of his face is a different complexion. One of his eyes is blue, the other is brown. The kid looks sewn and patched together. What happened to you? People like to take from me so much. Have you come to take a piece? No. Oh, the kid looks relieved. That's horrible. Okay, I'm still the same on the inside. I'm sorry. The kid waves and gives me some kind of smile. Let's not follow the dusk into the horizon. Because that's how I walk out into the sun. What happens actually, if I go back to that train platform, there's another dialogue route I didn't do. I wonder what happens if I do the other dialogue route. Wait, I went too far. Okay, here we go. Have we gone near Doomslow? Yes. Sorry, well you should know it's up north, not far, so be careful. It's harder to stay away from Doomslow once you've been there, and somehow harder to remember where it is. He waits a moment, then slides close to me to a whisper. There's others at the station. I hear him coughing, stepping around, but they're not real. In my peripheral vision, the various strangers standing about the train station platform are moving, just shuffling about, standing anxiously. When I look at one directly, it's just a cardboard cutout, completely still and silent. What's happening? He whispers. I don't know why. It's been happening ever since I stood here. I'm afraid of what would happen if I tried to leave. Would they all turn on me? Well, seeing how I left just fine, I think you should be fine. You should just leave. Maybe I should. My family. I want to see them again. There is a train whistle, but the fact I have yet to see a train says wonders. So there's no train. Sure there is. After all, why'd there be a track with no train? Why'd there cardboard cutout? He's burst into a sprint across the tracks eastward and into the trees where I can't see him anymore. Eastwards? Huh. Interesting. Oh, an old stone well. Okay. Well, there's a stone well. Really? The well has small, rotting wood roof. An empty bucket sits on the ground near it. It's dark down there. I guess pick up the bucket. I pick up the pale blue bucket and tie it to the rope of the well. I grab the rope and begin to lower the bucket down to the well until there's no more rope left. I begin to raise the bucket back up, but it's heavy. I lean forward and grab onto the rope with both hands to pull on it, slowly raising the bucket. I begin to see it rising from the darkness. It's somehow completely full of coins? The rope jerks downwards as if something else were pulling it down, and I almost lose my footing. Maybe I shouldn't have kept holding on. The rope tugs again, pulling the rest of the body down into the well. I'm falling! A giant bony hand reaches up out of the darkness and ushers me down. Well, I found the 11th way to die, I suppose. Oh boy, this would be death 9, death 8 or 9 now? Insane. I'm beginning to think that either there isn't a way out of the dark place, or if there is, it's going to take a lot of time or a lot of exploration. Oh boy. But I suppose I'm I'm gonna call it that. I'm gonna call that as a good point to take a break. Now, shall I raid? Yeah, he's still playing good. Okay. I guess I'm going to do a raid. So I guess thanks everyone for lurking or watching. Thanks again, Dano, for the raid earlier, and I'm going to bounce you lot over to Neon, who's playing more Pokemon ZA. So if you like Pokemon, stick around for the raid, I suppose. Other than that, thanks for tuning into the Dark Place. Don't forget to hit the follow if you haven't already. I should hopefully be live tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll have to see. But yeah, thanks again for tuning into a dark place. And I shall see you next time. Peace, city out. Later.